Hi everyone, I hope all of you are doing well, and now you guys are done with the major examinations which Welingkar Business School, Bombay and Bangalore campus will be accepting for the upcoming GDPI round. Certainly in this video, we'll discuss about the detailed plan of action which you need to keep to clear your PIQ and the online PI of Welingkar Bangalore, Welingkar Mumbai and Welingkar Bangalore Business School. In the same video, we'll also talk about the general preparation tips and techniques to crack the GDPI for all the PGDM and the MBA programs accepted by the CMAT examination. Moving ahead, at least you guys have seen the notification and checked your student dashboard where their college has actually updated your actual schedule for the online PIQ. But yes, before the even PIQ happens, you guys have to upload and update various subjective answers, your SOP. Lot of management questions have been asked, which are a detailed application form answers which you need to submit on the student portal before you even go ahead for the PIQ round and the assessment. So yes, in this video we'll discuss about the detailed plan of action, what answers to write, what answers not to write in the assessment or in the student assessment, followed by the preparation of PIQ and how to prepare for the online PI round. Before I move on, there's an important update in the announcement that MBAP has again launched its flagship program to make you prepare for the fullest potential to crack Welingkar Business School on the level of a CMAT, CAT and SAT score. There's a team of mentors who are basically top IIM graduates who will first analyze and assess your student's profile. Once the student's profile has been assessed thoroughly, then we will assist you with respect to the application form answers which you need to draft. We will consider your academic background, experience background, and the kind of specializations which you are looking at in Welingkar Business School, and we'll try to draft all those answers which will help you out to make sure that the application gets selected. It's a very comprehensive program where apart from making you guys train on the online PIQ and the online PI test, we will also help you out with various management lessons on concepts of marketing, finance, operations and HR to make you actually go ready for the GDPI round or the online PI round of Welingkar Business School. So there's a series of mock sessions that we will keep. So students who are looking forward for this program can actually check the important link which I have actually updated here, or at least call or put a WhatsApp message on the given number so that the mentors can revert it to you and give you the program details very well. Let's move ahead. If you have seen the importance, or let's say the weightage of parameters which will make application go selected in Welingkar Business School, you will understand the entrance exam that you have given up till now, whether it is CAT, ZAT, ATMA or CMAT, is going to constitute only 40%. And if you see here, PIQ and online PI is as heavily weighted as your entrance test score is. So if you're scoring around let's say 85 percentile in CAT and around about 90-95 in CMAT, it's going to constitute only 40%. Remaining other 40% is going to be taken from the assessments of your online PIQ and the online PI screening. Your academics or past academic records of your class 10, 12th and graduation is going to constitute 15%. Extracurriculars and achievement is going to constitute 5%, which makes the overall composite score to be as 100%. So the weightage of PIQ and PI is actually very heavy. So we cannot take it lightly. The amount of preparation that you have done up till now, very awesome. But you got to take enormous effort now from now onwards till the date of your PI and the PIQ test, which will make you go ready for the next round of selections too. The overall selection of Welingkar Business School is usually going to happen in 4 phases. What are these phase 1 to phase 4 stages? Initially, you got to submit the descriptive answers where you are putting your candidature in front of the panelists. These answers is going to be analyzed by people who will be taking your actual PI online test also. The screening of these, the people who will screen your profile will screen on the level of the answers, which are like a subjective answers which you need to write on the level of your profile, SOP, your management understanding, your strengths and weaknesses, all of them have to be updated. Post that, you got to appear for your PIQ, which is a pre-interview questionnaire. The whole assessment of your descriptive answers and the PIQ answers will be updated to the person who will be taking your online PI. So in your online PI, both the first 2 stages will come into picture. Okay, And then if you are able to clear the online PI round, then you will be getting the final shortlisting for Welingkar, either Mumbai campus or Bangalore campus, or the given specializations for which you have shortlisted. So these are the series of questions which are descriptive essays and answers which you need to write and submit on the student portal of various programs for which you have put the application for. A lot of questions, so it's not the case you need to put anything, because these answers will purely be assessed by mentors who will actually screen you in the level or in the stage of your personal interview. So the first important question, as what you can see, is why do you want to pursue management education? This is your mini SOP. You got to sell yourself. You got to establish the link with the kind of diverse background you are coming with, whichever academic discipline you are coming with, and the kind of aspirations you have kept with respect to becoming an investment banker or brand manager or the product manager. How MBA from Welingkar Business School is going to play a very vital role to establish this link to get your career in a right discipline. So it's those answers which will possibly make someone understand whether you're the right fit for Welingkar Business School core MBA program, or yes or no. Post that, certainly all the interviews will ask you to write your strengths and weaknesses. We are well aware of our strengths very well, so possibly people who are looking forward for MBA education will write leadership skills, communication skills to be as their strength. But when we talk about the weaknesses, we have never analyzed ourselves, the scope of improvement that we have got. Even if I have analyzed, if I understand, okay, my weakness is communication skill. Now, being a management aspirant, if you're looking forward to join some esteemed business school, you cannot write those answers, right? Your scope of improvement, or let's say areas of improvement, should also be in line with someone who will not demean you. So possibly elements like procrastination, perfectionist, or too critical about yourself with respect to overall self-analysis. These are good parameters which possibly I can portray in my SOP, pen down in my answers, so that people will not get a negative vibe while reading my assessment answers also. At the same time, if you look at the third question, it says, share us with us anything you are particularly passionate about. So here, detailed discussion about your hobbies, achievements in that discipline, whether it could be on a national level, state level, regional level, or for the fun of it, for the sake of fun of it. If you are doing something, if you're crazy about something, this could be a social work, you could be a cycler, you could be a biker, you are enthusiastic about exercise, running, it could be anything. You got to pen down all those things which are an important characteristic of a good management student, where apart from the academics, apart from the achievements of your personal front and the academic front, you got to show or portray your hobbies to someone to whom you want to sell this application to. Post that, now we understand life is now revolving towards technology and management which is driven by technology. So all these institutions will ask you, have you ever been a part of any project where you have learned any of these skills which has been mentioned, which could be a programming language, web applications, mobile application development, chatbot, robotics, artificial intelligence. A lot of non-technical students will consider, how do I do that? But believe me, there are a lot of free courses which are available on Coursera and the other open platforms, which goes for one day or possibly will take 4 to 6 hours of your time to understand any of the vital element for which I need to put the answers of. So if you haven't filled up the application form answers yet, so we'll get in touch. Possibly the numbers have been mentioned. Get in touch with us. We'll tell you which all the possible courses you guys can look into, where you get the certificate as quick as possible to at least mention in the application forms. Now, we also got to be very much aware of the technologies which is going to impact your business involvement, which is going to impact your life in the upcoming years. And these are those answers for which you need to possibly tell the PI panelist or put pen down in your detailed SOP and the application form process, so that the panelist will also understand, okay, the guy has got some flavor of what technology is all about. So the new technology, or let's say the new age technology, whether we are talking about blockchain management, whether we are talking about artificial intelligence, or robotics, virtual reality. So all these stuffs, how it's going to impact your personal life, how it's going to impact someone who is actually running a billion business, we need to possibly pen down them so that they understand, okay, the guy can actually see a bigger picture, how technology can be impacting the business and its involvement. Over the last 2 years, if you see the next question, what changes do you see in the business environment and the society? And I'm sure all of you might have experienced something with respect to moving or transition from the offline world to virtual world, or let's say the e-commerce world. The kind of knowledge which you have got from the business acumen and the perspective towards aptitude towards the self-awareness and the business environment have to be penned down. Now, a lot of things you can pen down with respect to transition from offline retail business, how it's been faded, and e-commerce have taken up. The education, which was purely a brick and mortar business, is now moving towards e-learning, or let's say self-paced courses, or let's say online live courses, whether you talk about engineering, whether you talk about management, or any of the given program, how it's been transformed. Those answers are something which you need to write in a very descriptive manner. And towards the end, I also would have to pen down the important elements which will help me out to enhance my overall candidature to make me selected in the given program. So it's very descriptive answers which you need to write. You possibly will have to review it with various mentors of MBAP who will keep on analyzing, nurturing it, so and possibly make it the best possible answers on your application form. Once that has been done, then we'll move ahead with the process and preparation for PIQ, which is a pre-interview questionnaire. As said, it's those questions for which the answers will be submitted to the panelists who will be taking your online interview. So the panelists want to actually understand your psyche before they even meet you. It's not a one stage, it's basically one, or let's say one question answer round. The overall test duration is basically for 2 hours, and it has got 6 sections. 4 of these sections are basically based on situation based questions. You being a management student will come across with various situations in your personal life and your professional life. We want to understand that, okay, the guy who's going to come on board to Welingkar Business School, how would he react to the given situations if I give it to you? There will be 4 different situations. You got to choose the best possible course of action which is going to demonstrate your personality and the psyche trait. Post that, there would be an essay. So it's one of those section where you need to portray your return communication. So it's not the oral communication, you need to understand how to draft an essay on a given topic. Post that, there will also be a section which is about technology awareness. As said, it's there in stage 1 also, but in the return format. This is going to be the online test. As said, there will be a lot of MCQ based questions, which is all about the new development and the advancement in various technologies, whether you talk about blockchain, artificial intelligence, what is Facebook doing with AI, Google doing with virtual reality, and the stuff which is going to impact businesses now and in the upcoming time. Yes, as said, these responses will be shared by the interviewer, who will screen you at the level of online PI also. As said, when you talk about the situation based questions, which is going to be a part of your PIQ, there are 4 different PIQ or situation based questions what you will they will assess you on. Each situation could be different. There would be 4 to 5 alternatives, so you got to understand what the core problem of the situation is. You don't have to read it superficially. You'll find all the answers to be alike. That's not the stage. You need to do a thorough understanding of what the problem statement is, because only if the problem has been stated or has come out, then only you'll give a course of measures which will resolve the problem of all the alternatives. Clear? All of them will have multiple choices. It may look like all of more than one is actually right, but ideally each question will have only one answer to be correct. To give you a small example, I have taken one of the questions which came in the year 2021, possibly for you to understand how the question may look like. Let's read the question. It's a situation. Situation says, you are working as a graduate trainee in a large bank. I repeat, you are working as a graduate trainee in a large bank. While undertaking your placement with the customer service team, you take a call from an upset client. He is claiming that he was expecting a refund on some banking fees he was wrongly charged, but he has not received them yet. He explains that a colleague of yours have promised the refund would have been credited to the account, but is not yet arrived. He is getting more upset and is raising his voice to you. What would you do? The question is, what would you do? If you read the entire question, there are a couple of important elements. One, you are working as a graduate trainee in a large bank, so you do not have the authority to command something. That's one. Second, you are not the person who was in charge. There was someone else who have actually who had actually taken this case, and you just have to resolve the query for which you have got the complaint for. So if I read statement number 1, it says all I will do is, statement number 1 says, I will do all I can do to help you to sort this issue, but if you give me your account details, I will investigate what has happened here. I'll tell you, you are not the person in charge, it was your colleague. Second, you are still working just as a graduate trainee in this large bank, so you do not have this authority to go ahead and command the situation there. Let's see stage 2. It says, let me check with the colleague you mentioned about the situation. If you can just hold for a couple of minutes, I'll speak to them and get back to you in no time. So this is possibly respecting the person who's complaining about the recent issue he's facing, at the same time checking with the guy who was actually in charge. So that's one important element which I can do possibly to make sure that the situation can get resolved. Moving ahead, third says, so I can hear that you are really upset. All I need to do is to calm you down. Bullshit. I mean, this is not the answer which you will possibly write or mark in the given situation. Fourth, I'm sure there's a logical explanation for this. Now you're becoming a master. As said, you're just a graduate trainee. So possibly, as said, you cannot be in a commanding position. So the best situation answer for this answer would be about option number 2, to check and get hold of the colleague who was actually involved, check the situation, what is it all about, and all what you can do is, with no time, give the response to the customer who's waiting for it. I hope this is clear. Cool. So let me come back to the important program details once again. People who are looking forward for joining MBAP programs for the GDPI help, or let's say online PIQ and the online PI for Welingkar applications, please get in touch with the numbers and the links which has been given to you. Very soon we'll get you on board and we'll start with the preparation so that you are able to get into the dream college of Welingkar or any other college for the application round for the given year. I thank you all of you to watch this video, and please do subscribe to the given channel so that we can help you out with more such content. Thank you, and I wish you all the best.